badass. So this is your first step at being a business owner?
Yeah, first time being an owner.
Pretty excited about it?
Very excited. Yeah, ownership to me is very important.
I've been there. Yeah. You know, so even afterwards when I got out, like I got a couple of things talking to kids about being in prison. I did the Scared Straight program in there.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh shit. That's
and then let me tell you,
I used to like
The
that
one that's
shit.
on TV?
No, not the one.
Oh,
but it was. This
No,
was back in.
They do them everywhere.
This
Yeah,
was,
they
I
do
went.
them everywhere.
Remember, I went down in 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 2000,
That's when they had the blues, right?
Huh?
They had the prison blues. Like you guys were wearing blues still?
No, we were wearing white here
Oh,
in Texas.
oh, okay.
We were wearing
All right.
white. They used to have belts that you
Yeah.
could take off, and you had a lock that people you'd lock on your belt and beat the shit out of a
Yeah.
motherfucker. So they took belts away, and you just have
Yeah.
elastic pants now. And what was I saying? The
Scared
Scared
Straight.
Straight program in El Paso,
Mm-hmm.
and like. You're supposed to, like, those kids come in and you're supposed to go into the chow hall and then
Yeah.
they just start to eat. And you're like, get up, man. You don't get no time to eat. Hurry up. And then fucker, big old kid just still eating, looking at me. I'm like, get up. And I ain't done yet. I'm like, damn it.
It's kind of big. I don't think this was going to listen to me.
I don't give a fuck. And I was like, yeah,
I used to like that
you
shit.
coming
yeah.
back, bro. I was like, yeah, they
Yeah.
scared me straight. Them
Yeah.
motherfuckers were scary, dude. I was like, yeah.
We would laugh. They'll
ain't
come in.
working.
Yeah, we would laugh
did
at
that
that.
to you?
Yeah, they did this in juvenile prison. And we were just like, man, get out of here.
And it was like them. Like, imagine me yelling at this dude, like, trying to tell him, you don't want to fucking come back. And he's going, oh, fuck
Yeah.
you. And I'm like, okay, bro, chill out, bro. Like,
They're like, you're going to come in here with us? We're like, hell yeah.
yeah. Like, he's
Am I
right
gonna
next
look
to me
like
doing
you?
push-ups. Yeah. So that program scared me straight. But I did that. And then when I got out, I like did a couple of things talking to people about prison. And my mom taught at a junior high, like right in the hood, the foyer. It's in the hood, dude, right across from the projects, dude. And I told her, like, I can talk to your students. And she said, nope, I don't. For one, she said, I don't want any of the other teachers to know that my son went to prison.
Oh, shit.
And two, she said, you go in there and tell these positive stories of how you did it and you made it and you're back and you're doing good, then they all think they can do it.
Yeah, yeah.
They think like, fuck it, I'll go and I'll be okay later, and that's those knuckleheads like that.
Yeah,
over
yeah.
there. So you got to be, and I'm not a trained fucking social worker.
Psychologist,
Yeah,
yeah.
to know that I might say something wrong to one of these little fuckheads if they go do some bullshit, and I'm like, fuck. When I say,
Yeah, because it's
when I
kind of
said you need to take care of your
idolized. Yeah.
business, yeah. And them dudes down there, some of them, like you said,
But it's always been like that. Like gangsters have always been like people like they like it, the culture, they love it, they idolize that shit.
yeah.
We used to look up to that and see fools in prison. We'd be like, hell yeah, it's gonna be me one day. So I can't blame them.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, and do you feel that you were a little boy when you went in and you came out a man? Or
Yeah.
were you still like kind of knuckleheaded when you got out, or you were like, no, I completely made a change?
No, because I'm still changing to this day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
hard. It's hard because it's like trying to untangle and rewire my whole brain. Like my whole brain's programmed.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm trying to rewire. Not saying like I'm an animal, like I think off instinct, but I mean like as far as like my issues are deep rooted. They're wired different. So it's like
PTSD?
just kind of like that, or just how we see life and how we see relationships and people and just daily life. You know what I mean? It's kind of like that's where I'm catching myself a lot, and I'm still making the changes. And it's more like it's affecting my everyday life, like my parenting skills, like everything. I'm seeing like, okay, I'm not a person that grew up with love, so it's hard for me to show love, but I'm learning it because I love my daughter, so it comes natural. So it's like all these things I'm learning, and I'm starting to see like, damn, I'm really programmed a certain way, and so I'm trying to unwire everything and then put it back together. So it's still a process. I don't think I fully came out and I was mature, because that's a lie. I got out and I was lost, and probably more lost than ever. I felt like alone. I felt lost in the world. I was like, where do I go now? Like, I'm 30 years old. What do I do? You know what I'm saying? And I did go back to crime, but through that whole process, it pushed me back out. Like it's not meant for me. Like I can't wear it no more. Like
you didn't go hard in the paint again, did you?
I can't wear it no matter. Even if I try to go back to crime to this day, it wouldn't fit me.
You're out of place.
I'm in a new life. I can't wear it. It doesn't feel natural, and it's not in my heart.
Yeah. Let me
It's
ask
not
you,
in my heart
were
no
you on
more.
drugs back then when you were
No,
doing
I
all
never
that?
did drugs.
No, you weren't a
I
drug
just grew up
person?
in a bad home, bro. I grew up like just
You were just
unloved,
misguided.
just misguided, just raised in the streets, just beat. You know what I'm saying? I was beat by my dad, so I had a lot of aggression. You know what I mean? And I was uneducated. I never went to school, so I'm really somebody that's like damn, I was really lost. Like
Did you go to
all the
school in
odds were
prison?
stacked against me. Yeah, but it's just a bunch of badass kids in there. Like we ain't do shit.
You didn't do college school. You just did
shit.
like the
Well,
classes that they give
well,
you.
in Arizona, they don't have that for like the higher yards, like only for the lower
Oh
yards.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because you always
Like,
go to lockdown. You can't finish.
yeah,
your
we're
class
in like
anyway.
we're like 5 and 4 yards. I never been to like nothing lower than that. So like all the odds were pretty much like I'm not supposed to be here.
Did you
in a
read
way.
a lot in there?
Yeah, I love reading.
Yeah.
I still read to this day.
Yeah. Well, now you can watch documentaries. You
Yeah.
feel like you read the book.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I listen to podcasts. I listen to like speakers, audiobooks. Like I read. Like I'm like in a moment in time where I'm trying to educate myself.
He's trying to absorb everything.
I'm like a
sponge,
kid.
right?
Yeah, I'm like a kid. Like I feel like I'm so behind that I read. I educate myself like a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like it.
What do you
I
like to read?
Right now I'm reading like like a lot about financial education.
really?
So I read like Robert Kiyosaki.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you heard like Rich Dad Poor Dad.
Mm-hmm.
Like I read his books. I read like A Man's Search for Meaning. It's Viktor Frankl.
So you're reading nonfiction.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah.
Yeah. See how to look.
Well, like
what's
fiction,
that?
like I mean, because when I first got there, I was reading like Stephen King.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah. About like real life, and I really like that Franco Victor because he was in a concentration camp and he lost his whole family, lost his kids, his wife, and he just talks about hope. He talks about hope and what a human can endure and go through and overcome. Like so, to me, it's powerful.
Yeah.
So I like shit like that. I like books like that just talk about life and power and empowerment and financial education, like things that we don't learn. Like, and when I start reading these books on financial like education, like I start seeing like, damn, there's a lot of shit that the world ain't teach us and nobody ever taught us this, and it's a whole new world out there that I feel like, damn, I want a piece of this.
I want to the assets versus liabilities.
Yeah, you weren't learning about the governments, how they work, and just history, and I'm just like, man, what the hell was I doing this whole time?
Do you mess with any kind of cryptocurrency? Do you know anything? Do you read up anything about that?
No, I don't know nothing about that.
Do you like believe in that?
I believe in it. I don't believe in Santa Claus. But dude, to see cryptocurrencies at 19,800 today. 19,000.
I'm pretty sure there is a lot of like stuff with that, but I haven't studied it. I'm not too educated. Oh, you did?
Yeah, a little bit, very little. Like
I know some people
200 and something bucks worth.
You kind of got to know your shit. It's probably like any industry. You just got to know your shit.
Yeah,
get in when you
can.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's weird now because now since you have one of these things, you know, everyone like and the tattoo artist that I'm talking to, they're like, oh yeah, look, I'm checking my stocks and they're checking. I have this, I bought this, and I bought that, and I'm like, okay, you know, I get it, but you got to do it with the intention that you're going to just leave it sitting there forever for 5 years if you want to, you know, if you think you're going to make something big, you know, but I don't know. But I got a lot of people are doing that. I know my friend Mark that did 17 and a half years. He was up on all that. He started buying ATM machines.
Oh, for real?
When he got out.
Shit,
he died in a motorcycle wreck.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, a couple of years after being out, after starting to do good. He was the GM of the Holiday Inn Express. They didn't even know. But he was doing everything right. He was, and he had a motorcycle wreck and died. But he had bought 2 ATM machines and had them, one in the hotel he was managing and one somewhere else. And you make money off the fees. Like you get them in a strip club. Or he said his uncle did one at the corner of on 6th Street and something during South by Southwest. And that one made like $7,000 in a week.
Damn.
You know, but stuff like that you didn't know, like you can get into it.
There's a lot of stuff that
keeps you honest.
Yeah. You just gotta. It's just our minds are blocked. We don't know. You know what I mean? But honestly, from what I've been reading, like all that is financial is just it's a state of mind. That's it. Poverty and rich is a state of mind.
Oh no, I've seen some poor people out there in the street. It's for real. Yeah. It's just, it wasn't just their mind. It was all of them that was
like
broke.
Not necessarily like
it was a state of body being broke. That was broke out there too.
No, not necessarily like not having shit, but the reason why you're poor, your mind is poor too. You know what I mean? Because you can have nothing And like you can be in prison, have nothing, but still think rich. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So it really, it's just a state of mind. It's just a poor person says I can, a rich person says I can. You know, man, that's the only difference. So it's more like a state of mind. You know.
And one thing I learned in prison was I don't care how much money you have. Like you could pull up in your fucking limo and do all this and act like a piece of shit though. You come in here and like fuck you, go get me a drink and be that dude. And I'm just like, wow. Or you could be the dude that fucking lives and stays at this hotel because he's barely making, but he's hustling hard. But he comes in here and is humble and is like, I'm gonna come back, and sits here. And I got more respect for that dude than that other dude.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
And in prison, you met them dudes that were fucking jerks. And then there was a dude that didn't have 2 cents to his fucking name, didn't have a soup. Hey, bro, I'll cook, bro. If you got something, help me out. And I would look out, and it was a cool dude. And the other dude that would sat there with all these dudes, feeding him, trying to look like a baller and talking shit. And like I ain't got nothing for that dude.
I agree. I agree with you on that one. Yeah, definitely. That comes back to like what we're saying, like just see a person for who he is, regardless of his social status, or you know what I mean.
Yeah, and if that dude is genuine when he helps someone, you know, and you see those dudes be like, they're always keeping. I know dudes that if they help you, you're in his book, bro. It's something he's. You didn't just get that for free. And in the middle of the night when he's whacked out on ice, he's gonna remember that $3 that I fucking gave you that fucking night to get a beer, you know, and
motherfucker.
Yeah, dude, and I know those people, and those people I can't stand.
Yeah.
Those people I can't fucking stand. But so what you got going on now? You're not at Feed McCopias anymore?
No, I'm not. How long were you since I moved to San Antonio from Arizona, I've been at Feed Me.
When did you move here?
Damn, shit, I don't even know. Like when I was 31.
How old are you now?
34. So maybe like 4 years ago, something like that. Yeah.
And so you were there that whole time?
Yeah, I was there feeding me the whole time.
And then now, what are you doing now?
Now I opened up a shop on Babcock and Prue called The Reps Tattoo.
The Reps?
Yes.
REPS?
Yeah, it stands for the reputable. So talking about like a reputable person, like somebody that's a good moral character.
Reputable person.
Reputable, yeah.
He put that slang on it. He put that country slang on it. I was like, what?
So that's what the name comes from. But I just shortened it, the Reps.
The Reps, and that's gonna be out there on Babcock and Prue.
I'm gonna be out there, yeah.
Cool, man. So, and it's gonna be are you gonna put a big sign out front and let everyone know that it's gonna be you? You're gonna get some help in there with you?
Yeah. I mean, eventually I'll get some help, but for right now, it's just gonna be me up in there. So
specializing in portraits in black and gray is what you're trying to do?
It's gonna be like a black and gray type, you know, like just cater to, you know, that whole scene and portraits, and you just like that.
And what are you gonna be part of that too?
Yeah, I'll probably just be helping with the
security
front desk.
Yeah, she'll be security. Yeah.
What?
Protect me.
You know,
get them out of here.
You know what? A lot of people are doing is they're doing microblading and setting an area.
Oh yeah,
for,
I
cosmetic.
Yeah, after well, I'm gonna get into my nursing. I'm gonna progress. So right now I'm at LVN. I'm gonna get into my RN, and that's eventually what I want to do. Is I want to get into the aesthetics part. I want to do like the Botox and the fillers and get into the plastic surgery.
Yeah, that's big. I know. I got a friend of mine. That's my dad's business, plastic surgery.
Yeah.
In Mexico.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he did it for years. But a lady that was our secretary, her daughter opened a place doing aesthetic. You know, esthetician is what she is. And I bought this bar from her a few months back, and I went to her house, and she had a fucking mansion, bro.
Yeah,
I was
they
like,
make a lot of money.
Dude, how many
like
eyebrows are you doing? Everyone in the neighborhood walking around just like that.
Beauty's a big
business.
And you know what? Everyone's got a mask from here up. If you start doing eyelashes, that's where the money's at, dude, because that's it.
Yeah.
You only have to be pretty from here up now.
Even with the eyelashes, they're like $350 to $400.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I didn't know that, dude. Like, but all the girls are getting their eyelashes done now. No, I got a granddaughter. I don't know. I got 2 sons. One of them's gay, so he might be using eyelashes. I don't fucking know. but I got a granddaughter and my girlfriend and her daughter. They're, we're gonna go get our eyelashes done. I was like, what? But there's big money in that, dude.
I think it's important to have multiple incomes coming in.
Oh, I thought it was multiple eyelashes. I was like, I think it's important.
That too.
I think it's important to have long eyelashes right now.
It is.
Keeps the Rona away when you flap it away. If you flap the Rona away and keep a taco in your pocket and park a food truck in your driveway, the Rona can't get you, dude. That's it, dude. That's it. Have y'all been tested for corona? Like, have you been?
Yeah.
Have you,
I mean, it came up negative, but I'm sure I got it.
Do you think you got it a long time ago?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah,
I'm
for
sure.
sure.
I know.
Do you get the flu?
It hit me hard, bro. It hit me hard. Like I was out. Like probably like the first week was the hardest.
Of when?
When it started, like when it first
January?
came out. Yeah, like
It
when it
was
first
like
came out.
Right before they announced it.
Yeah.
That's what my girlfriend.
It
She
hit
was
me
down too.
hard.
She got pneumonia and everything, dude. And she was but
I was all
we
curled
didn't know what
up.
it was. No one knew. And they told her. I don't even know if they told her it was the flu, but I never catch anything, bro. I swam in Woodlawn Lake when I was a kid. Like I jumped. I jumped.
What is
Yeah.
that?
Are you from here?
Yeah, well, from Pearsall, but
Okay, you know what Woodlawn Lake is?
yes.
Yeah, like
is
if you
that?
end up in that lake and you swallow some of that
It's like
water,
bacteria.
Just
all
know,
in
just know
there.
you can survive anything.
Yeah.
I had like 150
Yeah.
fever for like 2-3
Damn.
days, and then I've never caught anything since. Like,
Damn.
I've never caught the flu. I never got the flu. I never get.
Yeah, some people are like that. Some people. I mean, as far as me, like I really don't got a good immune system. I don't think I do.
From
Like I got the
Arizona?
I just got the immune system of an infant. You sneeze
really?
on me and I'm like,
Yeah, the baby. You got baby caca coming. Baby dude coming out. So
I don't know what it is. I get sick like easy.
Really? See, I don't
know
know.
why.
I
and
don't
I'm
get
healthy
like that.
too, but I just maybe that's just how it is. I don't
Then
know.
when you go to the gym, are you all careful?
No, I'm not careful at all. I don't care. I don't care about this.
See, that's how I am.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, I just make out with a homeless chick.
Yeah.
Fucking make sure that there's not a new disease going around the west side that I might run across.
Because I want it.
Yeah,
Whatever new
like,
diseases you
keep
got,
just a little
I
bit
want
in
it.
yeah, whatever it is, I gotta catch it early. But yeah, man, I don't get sick like that. But I know my brother just got over it.
Yeah.
My brother, his wife, and 2 kids
Mhm.
just tested positive. My granddaughter had it.
Yeah, we got a loss of taste, smell.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all did do all that?
nausea.
Yeah, we did.
And it was
It
like
hit us,
right
yeah.
before.
That's
like,
badass if your girlfriend doesn't know how to cook. Right? You're like, hey, I lost taste. Go ahead and cook.
I love it.
This looks delicious.
This is delicious.
This is
You know what?
delicious. I think I got the Rona, babe. This is delicious. That's fucked up.
But I mean, I guess it is like a big thing. I mean, some people aren't making
Oh,
it.
yeah,
so
I
I don't
know.
know. I mean, as far as what I see, I don't know.
Bro, like I said, I'm 52 years old, dude. So I got friends that have died.
yeah,
I can
yeah.
see how people with underlying issues or
Yeah.
obesity can definitely.
Yeah,
die
like we
from
got,
that.
we're good because we're,
We're
we're
fit.
pretty
How
healthy.
old are you?
31.
And you're 34, you said?
34, yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I think it's people like that are obese and have diabetes and like
Heart
asthma and
issues.
respiratory
yeah.
things that
It
those.
kind of enhances it, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that was because dude, a dude that I don't. My girlfriend, a guy from high school that he's a couple of years older. He was posting. My birthday was November 11th. He was posting on my birthday. I'm in the hospital. This is for real, people taking selfies at the hospital.
Mhm.
He died like
Oh shit, I think I
that's
see
so
that.
sad.
6-7 days
Yeah, yeah.
later or something like
I
that.
think I
you
saw
know,
that
like,
one.
I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
God dang, dude. And you just
Crazy.
don't think. Like I noticed it. Like remember so and so. I'm like, yeah, well, he died. This one girl I know that I graduated with. She, someone in her family had a wedding and 5 people died.
What?
You know,
Wow.
I'm just like, wow, dude.
I guess it is real.
Yeah, I guess it is.
I guess
real,
it is.
this
What
whole
do I
act.
know?
I know I'm not Fauci, but you know everyone they said that it was going to get bad in
Mhm.
January or at the end of the year again, and here we are again.
Yeah, yeah.
Here we are again.
Here we are.
Do you get mad at wearing a mask? Like do you get mad
Yeah, I do.
when people aren't wearing a mask?
No. When
Did
you
you have
gotta
to wear
wear a mask, yeah. I honestly, like my opinion. I mean, which don't matter.
Hey, here we go.
Yeah,
Here we
it
go.
just-
Put your seatbelt on.
it just feels like it's like a control. It reminds me of prison, bro. Remember how they used to trip when you wouldn't wear your ID?
Yeah,
Like
oh,
it was
yeah.
like the biggest
Send
thing
you
ever.
back. Yeah.
Like man, put your ID on. It's like for control. Because if you submit to something so small, you ain't gonna get out of line when something big happens. You know what I mean? So to me, it seems like control. Like put this on. So that's what it reminds me of. Honestly, it really reminds me. It's like a control tactic.
But I
think-
get it.
So when we
Yeah.
do implement something big, you ain't gonna
Yeah.
buck the system
It's
because
kinda
you are
grooming you for it.
yeah because you already come on, you bowed to that. Like you gonna take what's next.
Yeah, I told my
Like,
girlfriend,
what?
I said, watch this. The next thing they're going to do, they're going to come knock on our door and they're
Mhm.
going to be like, we need to test y'all.
Yeah.
And you're like, no, I don't want, no, we need to test you and you're going to have to fill out,
Mhm.
you know, whatever. And they're going to do that. And I said, when they start doing that shit is when we got to fucking worry about it.
Yeah.
But the mask,
I mean,
I could deal with that. I mean,
Yeah.
I get it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't like, believe me, I don't like any of that shit. But
I can't breathe.
that's a minimum of it.
Mhm.
You know, like as soon as I step out of HEB, I take the fucker off.
Yeah.
But you could walk in a restaurant right here and she goes, oh, where would you like to sit? I'd be like, right there. Okay, and then you take the mask off when you sit right there. What changed from there to there?
That's what I'm saying. It's
You know?
I feel like it's control. I mean, that's how
But I play their game right there for that part. Okay, mask walk in. I'm not gonna be Karen or Kevin or whoever. And
then next time it's gonna be like you can't come in unless you don't got a vaccine. You can be like, I think that's the next step.
And I'll throw a rock through that fucking window. Let the Rona go right
we'll
in
survive
there,
it.
dude.
We'll be surviving on the streets.
You go with me. They won't. They'll ID you before they ID me. I'm pretty sure there was a guy with long
we'll just
hair
hit different
and
aisles and we
just
just grab different food and we just run out.
But yeah, what's weird is I went to prison for robbing jewelry store. And now I'm walking in. Today I went to the bank. I had to put on a mask and sunglasses before I went in.
Weird, right?
Before I went in. And I was with my granddaughter and I was like,
I know, right?
Shit,
if you was a
putting on mask to
criminal.
go in here for this shit.
Yeah.
This is. She was. And my granddaughter's playing, going, yeah. And I'm like, stop that! you gotta stop that. But it's weird. I'm thinking in the middle of winter when it's fucking freezing and you got your hoodie on and your sunglasses on and your gloves on and a mask on.
Yeah.
I better have money in the bank. I better have money in the bank too and be in a good mood because if opportunity comes up, I mean, there's gonna be some people.
I think they want that. That's what they're asking for.
I don't think they want.
Let's just say I'm in
know,
a good place right now.
You got to talk about it that way of thinking. I don't think they want that.
They're asking for it.
They're begging for it.
They're begging.
They're begging for it. So, when do you plan on opening a new shop, dude?
It's actually already open. It's just the floors are still being
changing the floors.
There's floors are being done. So once they lay that last tile, then I'll open the doors. But it's already open. It's ready. I just waiting for them to.
And your sign? Are you gonna have your sign put up? Or are you just getting a banner made?
No, it's gonna be a sign. It's gonna be all legit.
Did you already go to a sign place?
Yeah, I already went somewhere.
Okay, because I went to high school with has a sign company. Remember, I'm old, dude. Everyone that I grew up with in this town.
I don't know who I went to. I went to somebody on the west side. I forget his name.
Chewy sign.
I got him somewhere.
He's gang signed. He's gonna be gang. He's just gonna stand in front of your shop and gang sign. You're like, damn, Chewy, I didn't know that's what you were gonna do. Yeah. Like, $50. No, but so you're gonna get a big old.
Yeah, I got a sign.
That's expensive, dude, right? That shit.
Yeah, it was up there.
That's badass. So this is your first step at being a business owner?
Yeah, first time being an owner.
You pretty excited about it?
Very excited. Yeah, ownership to me is very important.
You gotta be a regular piece of shit and start paying your taxes and all that stuff, dude.
Those are good problems.
Yeah, those are good problems. That is right. I felt
good
weird.
Yeah.
I did that when I started working. I was like, I thought all kinds of bells and whistles were gonna go off the first time I did my taxes. I was like, what, dude? I went on there. Shh, don't tell them I'm here.
Shit, I wanna pay taxes. I want to be part of the society.
Yeah, you get a stimulus check. Did you get a stimulus check?
No, I didn't get one.
See, I didn't either because child support.
One.
But that's badass, dude. That's a big step, dude.
Thank you.
Your parents proud of you?
I don't really talk to them.
Someone's proud of you.
Somebody out there is proud of me.
Yeah, she's proud of you.
The streets are proud of me.
And you got a little girl? You have a little.
Yeah, I got a daughter. Her name's Lola.
How old is your daughter?
She's gonna be 3 December 11th.
Dang, dude. Damn.
She's proud of me.
Yeah,
she don't even know what's going on.
Yeah, but she knows that she's not hungry at night, though, right? She's sleeping in a nice warm bed, huh?
True. Yeah.
She's in love with her daddy.
That's badass, dude. That's badass, dude, to be a business owner. Because I always think about that. You know, you're doing something, you're creating something. Hopefully, you know, it with this pandemic, you know, things are a little bit iffy. You know, it's kind of scary starting a business in the middle of a pandemic.
Yeah, it really is. But I mean, you just go against the odds. Go what's in your gut. Follow your instinct.
And what will help you, dude, is just definitely your art, but being the nice guy and the guy that you are, being a real dude and not one of these dudes who's like, I know. Watch out when you're around this motherfucker. You know, because there's those dudes.
Yeah. I know
this is the industry for it, man.
Right, yeah.
I've been doing this, what I do, working in this industry for 7 years. And I've met some great dudes. And then I met some motherfuckers that I'm like, eesh.
Couldn't question.
Yeah, like you got to keep them at arm's length.
Yeah.
You know, so, and you just kind of like, well, watch that dude. And I've seen some dudes die, and I've seen some dudes get whacked out on drugs, and one dude got whacked out. He was a badass artist. Was trying to get sponsored by Eternal.
Oh, for real?
He was over at remember X? He was over at Feed McCopias on Military. And then I started seeing him, and then he was at Night Owls, and every time I see him, he'd be like, man, he'd have a black eye. And he'd be like, man, these fools are tripping, bro. And like just set tripping and stuff like that. He started talking gang stuff. And I was like, what are you doing, bro? Like, you were an artist a few months ago, like talking about getting sponsored. And then right up the street over here in Bandera, he got into a fight at the Dragon Inn Sports Bar with two little Mexican dudes. I heard over a pool table.
Oh shit, for real.
Went outside and to fight 2 dudes, and one of them pulled out a gun and shot him twice and killed him right there in the parking lot. And the dude was 29 years old.
Yeah.
And you just go, wow, dude, that didn't have to happen.
Yeah.
It's
so unfortunate. Yeah.
Yeah, man. But you come out here, you're doing the right thing, you're doing good, and usually when you do that, good things happen. And you got someone that seems like she's gonna support you and I don't know. She could be mean as fuck when y'all get in the car and be like, "Motherfucker, I told you not to." So like, I don't know.
No,
but,
she has a good heart.
Yeah. So are you pretty business minded? Are you gonna be in?
Yeah, I mean, I'm learning too. We're actually learning together and reading books about marketing and branding.
Oh, are you marketing?
Yeah. I mean, because we were on like really we don't really know nothing. Yeah. We're just kind of.
But I feel like
that's the best way to go about it. It's because you hands on experience, you learn.
I've seen a lot of tattoo artists do it for the first right now. For the first time, they're just going, bro. I'm gonna. Right now, there's still dudes that are telling me right now, I'm gonna. The dude here. Is I'm gonna do my own spot. Like all of them, they're all telling me, Edward, what do you think? And they always come to me first and tell me because they want to know if I'm gonna go buy their spot and all that. And Edward, I'm thinking about doing this, and I just said, well, just sit down, drink a beer, and weigh the pros and cons, and then see what you're talking about doing. If you sound like you're just a loose cannon, like maybe you should wait. But if you already know you have a business plan, know what you're doing, usually it can work. It can work out.
I feel like with Shane though, like he sees opportunities where other people don't.
Yeah,
especially with the whole pandemic going on and it increasing, people would run from it. He's going towards
running at it.
And I'm pretty good at like overcoming situations. So I'm really counting on like that deep, that what's inside you to that's kind of what pushes you, like who you are as a person. It don't matter what line of work I'm in. I'm going to figure it out.
So you're going to have a grand opening?
I don't even know what that is. Well, should I? Think I should?
Yeah, you should. You should like an official grand opening.
Oh, an official. Okay, all right. I mean,
we've been open and we're gonna be, let everyone know, put it out there and let the homeboys know, the dudes are just gonna support you and kind of test the water, see who's gonna show up,
fill them out.
Yeah, see who's gonna haters are gonna show up looking at kicking out bricks.
Man, I won't even pay attention on the cool, man. If they hating, I don't even know.
Yeah, but I'm just, that'd be have an official.
That sounds cool. I'll probably do something like that. Yeah.
Well, man, is there anything else y'all want to cover? Did you think that you'd like to say to shout out to your people out there in Arizona that are maybe going to watch this? Do they have the internet in Arizona now?
The last I heard,
the dial-up was fast, bro.
Yeah, they out there,
like
man.
That.
I mean, they're all part of it. Like, even though like we're at distance and we all come across each other like on the cool, man. Like everybody that knows what we've been through, like they're all part of it. You know what I mean? Even new people. You know what I'm saying? Like I link up with like new people that are good heart, good values, and it don't matter where you at, where you come from, neighborhoods, ghettos, slums, projects, group homes, like. You know what I mean? You are all my people, so I'm glad y'all can be a part of this and watch this, and I can put on for, you know what I'm saying, and just kind of make the most of what we got going on. So that's pretty much it. Yeah.
I noticed one thing about tattoo artists. So a lot of them don't mingle in all the crowds. A lot of them aren't so much of a social butterfly.
Right.
Because I thought when I got into the supply business that all the tattoo artists knew each other.
Mm-hmm. I get what you're saying. It's like that.
I'd be like, hey man, Mikey, now I don't know that fucking dude. I'm over here on my own. I don't fuck with any of those dudes. And I'm like, what? So and so? Nah, I don't fuck with that. And I started realizing like, oh, they don't talk to each other. They don't. And then I would have get-togethers here, and dudes would show up from different shops, and then they started being buddies. Like, they would come to my shows, and I get dudes. Like Mikey goes to my shows, and I get dudes from different shops at some of the smaller shows, and I'd introduce them all, and they'd be like, now they're kicking it and stuff. And I'm like, that's no one just has opened the door to stuff like that.
Yeah, you're right.
So I'm thinking about holding like different things at my house, when the weather gets different, and when we can do stuff, and just to bring more art, or even the podcast. I want to bring them all through like that and try to introduce. And I was thinking about even getting some people from the handball card. Do you play handball?
Yeah. No, I played it, but I mean, I'm not like a consistent, like a religious player. But I'm down.
Oh, because there's a big handball scene out here.
Yeah, I remember you was telling me. Yeah,
out here on the west side, and those dirties out there. Yeah, they're out there playing. They were playing today.
Yeah.
But the dudes are out there getting tattooed too, man. So, and it's just another network. I'm in a lot of different circles, bro. I hang around with the comedians, and I hang around with the tattoo artists, and I hang around with the skaters, and I hang around with the preppies, and then I hang around the BMXers and all this, a bunch of different. I don't limit myself just to one group. And
I agree,
yeah, and I think you
I'm kind of
would be out
similar.
there.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Yeah.
Yeah, you can. I ain't gonna say you can blend in so much, with the look, but once you start talking, you're in.
Yeah.
That's the thing, dude, and that's a gift to have that a lot of people don't have. Because I remember the first time when we talked though, and the last podcast, you kind of went, "What do I do?" Like, I haven't had a microphone. You thought you were in court again. He was like, "Your Honor, can I treat him as a hostile witness?"
I had nothing to say.
He's able to conduct himself well in a.
I mean, I'm getting there. I can make my way around, And I don't ever want people to feel like when they see me and they don't know me, like, don't ever feel like you need to put your guard up. Like, I come with open arms. Like, I'm not, I don't come like that. Like, like if there's some way we can somehow link up and figure it out, then shit, like, don't be timid to like reach out. Like, shit, we fuck with everybody.
But like you and Mikey. Out together, like you would like fucking
don't know, maybe, yeah,
bro.
We do go places, but I don't know. They do show us love though.
Oh, I know, but they have to crack that shell first,
right?
They do have to crack that shell first.
Yeah,
I used to not go to feed Macopias just because I thought there was some crazy shit going on, some other shenanigans going on over there. And then Mikey, we sat down and talked one time, and he was like, "Nah, bro, I've never been arrested." And I was like, "What, dude? Like, I would have bet money that you were being chased by the cops right now, bro. Like, shit."
No, they got Mike. He got good heart. Like, he's
he's a badass dude.
These are all solid stand up people. So
they are, dude.
Yeah, once you get to know people, like, for sure.
It's crazy because like when I'm out with some of my other friends and I run into people like him or Mike in other places, and they come up and "What's up?" and like, "Who the fuck was that?" And they're like, "Oh, someone you in prison with?" I'm like, "Nah, it's a business owner, bro. That dude drives a fucking Mercedes, or whatever, like you don't know that dude's doing it, So I give mad props to you, coming from what you've been through to get out, because you could still be tattooing at a fucking Joe Blow's house in the restroom right now, and then doing drugs and planning your next robbery. And just doing gang tattoos,
Oh, I could be doing it.
Yeah, you could. Like, where right now? Are they at home right now?
I'm just playing.
But I mean, you could be doing that, but you're doing something positive, and now you're gonna be pumping, a business into the community over here. So, is this where you're planning your roots now to stay?
I don't plan on being here forever, so my time is kind of limited here. I do plan on being in Florida. That's my overall goal. Yeah, so I'm gonna be out there,
Florida.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm opening up a shop.
Have you ever
out there.
Googled what was it? A Florida man, and then blank blank blank, and the craziest shit goes down in Florida. I don't know what's in the water in Florida.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
I've been to Miami.
Yeah.
The women are beautiful. The men are all built and beautiful. Everyone's fucking.
It's a good place.
They got all the badass cars. The clubs stay open all night, and it's a young scene.
Yeah.
But this craziest shit goes down in Florida. You know what did it? The pill. All those doctors over there were prescribing pills in the early 2000s. That's where the pill mills were, all in Florida, and they whacked everyone out. And now they're people are whacked out in Florida. But badass, you get some good stories.
Yeah, there is a side of like Miami that a lot of people don't know about, and it's
the pork and beans, bro.
Yeah, all that Opalaka and all that. These are all big ghettos out there, big projects.
Yeah,
but, I mean, there is a side too that for me, I love water, so I migrate to where the water's at and stuff.
Woodlawn Lake is right here too.
Is that considered water? Does that water flow, or is it kind of stale?
Hey, so I looked up Florida man, and I got Florida man still pitching trailer park as site of future Trump presidential library.
See,
Florida man rescues puppies from jaws of alligator without dropping cigar.
So you have to look up Florida. I'm
gonna check it out.
Florida, but the craziest shit.
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
but I like what you're doing too, bro. Like, for real, like, you connected with a lot of people and you reach out. Because if it wasn't for you, you wouldn't be putting our stories out there.
Yeah,
I like that and I respect that. Like, you're a contributing member and you do your shit. And I like being a part of what you got going on too. So
thanks, man. Thanks, man.
I'm proud of you too.
I feel like maybe I've taken enough from back in the days when I was a young dumb knucklehead doing shit, stealing cars and shit like that. And I feel like I need to do something one person benefits from whatever that I do, then that's, I guess, good enough.
Yeah,
Maybe, you know, and I hope more than one, but
we all do. We all put in and we all do our part. Who knows what can happen? You know what I mean?
yeah, well, shit, man. Thanks for coming out, Shane.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming out. I really appreciate everything, and hopefully you'll have your grand opening soon, and we'll put it out here again, man. We'll have you back on the show.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
All right, brother.
All right, bro. My chick, 1 2 1 2.